Okay, so, like, before you say anything, we're on the same page here. I acknowledge this is strange. This is weird. It's crazy. It's kooky. It's mysterious. It's fucking... Another word that means similar things to those. Suspect. It's strange for me, someone who has never made a video on Honkai Star Rail, to start doing that now here in this moment with the one that you're... With this one, with us, right here, you and me, right now. Yeah? Sexy. Love it. For me to do that, and not only do it now, you know, right before, you know, the release of 2.3, when I've been playing the game since 1.1, it is strange to do it for the second of the 2 Firefly trailers that have been released, but not the first one. And there's a real simple reason for that, is because I didn't think to do that, and also there was other things, so it didn't happen. Anyway, it was very good, and I'll probably talk about it maybe a little bit. Anyway, yeah, so this is weird. If you have followed around on some of the stuff we do watch and talk about on the channel and stuff, you will know that I make really long intros. Hi, you can skip this if you need to. God knows it'll be 45 minutes. But I tend to do that a lot, and a lot of that ends at me just saying random shit that I like. Oh my god, fucking pizza. Not really, actually. I think pizza's fine. But one of those things is often Honkai Star Rail. If you know anything about the channel, you will know that I have a complicated relationship, shall we say, with that there Hoyo you hear so much about. I see you on my screen. It says Hoyo twice here. That could say Hoyo. It doesn't. It looks like it says Fantisier. Fantisier? Some shit like that. You can't see it. It's not on your screen. But yeah. I have a complicated relationship when it comes to Hoyo. Due to a previous game that they have made that upsets me greatly. That I like a lot of things about. But I don't play for very good reasons. That being said, I have played Honkai Star Rail since 1.1. And despite one particular moment that was very, very, very rocky, aside from that, I've kind of consistently loved the game immensely ever since. It has been genuinely an incredible experience. It is fucking a ridiculously fun game with a lot of shit to love, and it actually treats me like a fucking human being, despite being a shitty gacha game. In comparison to others, which don't do that thing that I said. Yeah. In general, I like the game a lot, and I have debated for quite a long time. Obviously, there was tons of other reasons why I did not do that. If you notice, there's a bunch of random fucking gaps of time on the channel where I'm just not here. There was reasons for that. Yep. Reasons that might not be there anymore. Maybe that's also another reason why I did it now and not when fucking days ago when the previous trailer came out. That being said, debated for a very, very long time about whether or not I was going to ever do anything with Star Rail. And I still don't think I will probably really do anything with regards to gameplay. And there's kind of one major reason for it, and that is because if I set myself up to do that, I will only ever play the fucking game when I'm recording it, because that's how my stupid-ass brain works. And that's going to frustrate me. Because it's going to drastically limit the speed at which I do things, because every time an update comes out, I usually just burn through the whole fucking thing within like a day or two, and that's not always feasible when I have to record things, when work exists and other things like that. So, long story short, I don't know if that's going to be a thing. Do they have Kiana on the MiHoYo anime thing? Is that what that is? That's nice. I didn't play that game, but she's lovely. But yeah, I think that's what's going on. But, yeah, so I don't know if that's going to be a thing. Maybe I'll drop in and do some things here and there. Again, a lot of debate over time. There was a real big consideration, obviously, when it jumped to 2.2 and Penacony and all that. And I'm also glad I didn't do that because I would have made a video that I would have been pretty upset about, to be honest with you, because I had one moment that was not great in Penacony. I, the next day, realized I was fucking stupid, and it was like, oh no, this is actually brilliant, I don't know what I'm talking about. It was the thing that you think it was. This fucking sucks. I can't believe I had faith in... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She's in a big robot suit, isn't she? Anyway, point is, yeah, so, there's a lot of debate over time about me doing that, and in the end, just never did it. And again, probably won't do gameplay stuff. That being said, I would not be against jumping in with some lore stuff in the background, or at least just doing videos talking about stuff, because I like talking about things, and I like talking about things that happen in this game, and I have no one to fucking talk to. So, I'll just do this here talking to myself thing, but you can creepily, voyeurly fucking stare in on it. How has it only been 6 minutes? Point is, yeah, so I wanted to jump in and do this. I would have liked to do the previous one, because I really, really liked it. I really like getting to see, Firefly's other, compatriots and stuff like that, and I... Hey, don't die in this! Because I would like you to be in the game. I would like a full team of the friends, you know? They're so lovely. Let's not kill them 2 days later, please. I realize that might be asking for a lot with the whole Glamoth of it all, but you could just not. Anyway, we'll fucking find out. This is 6 minutes. She's crying on the goddamn thumbnail. Anyway, other stuff I'd quickly want to get out of the way. Yep, so I've pretty much watched all the other ones of these. I've seen all the other ones of these. Actually, it's not true. I think the only ones I didn't do is I stopped giving a shit about the, like, borderline just straight up lectures of, like, the Myriad Celestia trailers for some of the Cienjo stuff. They got better with their how they did those eventually. But some of them is like, I can't do this. I dropped out of school for a reason. I'm not going back. Point is, yeah, so I've seen all of them. I really, really like the lore and characters and shit in this game. I pay attention to it significantly more than most, apparently. Considering some fucking arguments I have to have occasionally. But, yeah, so I really, really like things. And for those of you who wouldn't have caught on by the fact that I did choose this trailer of The Firest of Flies, she is my favorite character in the game. She is fucking wonderful. It is crazy that she went from, oh, look, that's kind of a cute 4-star, I guess. Maybe maybe should be a tour guide, woohoo, to... oh, you're the best character in the entire game. Everyone loves you all the time. You're so fucking cool and badass and beautiful and sweet and wonderful. And I'm glad Hoyo recognizes all of that. And I'm glad everyone else does too. So I'm super excited to see more of her. I have theories and ideas about where things will go. I don't know how much of those I will talk about before things, but I would like to talk about them before the fucking update drops and yes or no's my shit. But yeah, we're pretty much just gonna jump in this. I don't have anything else really to say. As far as I know, how I've seen everyone else handle these, I think it'll be fine if I just plop it up on the screen alongside and we do this together, and like you don't even have to go grab your own copy or anything like that like I would normally do. We do this Ruby style, you know, fucking A. We do this like we used to do Ruby style. Fuck you, Warner. Anyway, point is, that'll be a thing. If there is any complications, fucking... if there's a timer, grab your own copy. If there's not, dance in the pale moonlight. I don't fucking know. We're gonna go ahead and do this. And I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who decided to drop by. I don't know. There could be fucking 2 of you. There could be 1,000 of you. You never know. Shit's wild, man. But yeah. Sorry for the long intro. It's how I do. I can be fairly talkative. Or I generally have 3 states of being, which is very talkative, or not talkative at all because I'm too busy just doing that, or just crying all the time. So, that wouldn't be. I'm crying internally even when I'm doing those other 2 things. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and do this. Again, we have a 6-minute long trailer here. An animated short film. This was a terrible idea, because again, she's my favorite. It's gonna fuck my whole day up. I have work. I'm not gonna be able to get to sleep. This is gonna just ruin everything in my entire life. But that's gonna be okay, because if there's any person worth ruining my life for, it's probably Firefly. Stella's also great. And March. And, okay, I like characters in this game. Anyway, point is, we're gonna go ahead and do this. I hope you guys are ready. We're gonna jump in. Fucking, I should have considered a focus issue on my camera. Dude, motherfucker, I ain't recorded shit in 2 months. Please ignore the fact that I finished Licorice Recoil the other day. You might have noticed a small cut there, and the fact that I suddenly have headphones on when I didn't before. Oops. It's like, huh? Am I only wearing one headphone? Why is it not? I can't feel it. I'm not wearing either of my headphones. So anyway. We're in, I think I should be able to hear and we'll be able to do things now. My apologies. I'm fucking stupid. Did I mention that I haven't recorded basically anything in 2 months? Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started here in 3, 2, 1, dumb.
Command! Firefly reinforcing the swarm. The Rift Valley. Forward!
This was already a mistake. I fucking hate it so much. Fuck. Oh, sweetie. I need everyone to not die.
On your feet. The target straight ahead. Keep pushing forward.
Even though I know a lot of people die. Jesus. See, all of them have the same suit that she has, which makes me think you can all die. But the other ones are going to be safe in the previous video. I'm going to hold on to that. This we're just going to hold on to. Goddamn swarm disaster, man. This shit awful. Okay, like I was saying, this shit awful. Kinda glad we didn't have to deal with this shit. We just had to deal with a shit-ass fucking clone and shit. Jesus.
Whoever's still alive, cover me. I'm going for the swarm mother. Copy. Take it. What's this? Activated when you see the signal.
It's also wild too, because like Glamoth was like, that was them, man. They fucking had all of the, they did not fuck around in the slightest. But they still got their fucking asses kicked.
Now commencing scorched earth operations for Her Majesty!
Her Majesty!
I will have to talk about the previous trailer because I had stuff I wanted to say about like Titania and stuff, but fucking Jesus. I'm really glad we got the previous one, which was real fucking cute. Because this is more what I was expecting from that one. But that didn't save me from it happening here. Oh, sweetness. Girl deserves all of the goodness in the world, and this is not that. Fuck.
Am I dead?
Oh, you're okay, sweetie. Well, I mean, okay is real fucking relative. But of all the ways I could have seen fucking homegirl naked, this is not what I was going for.
Born to fight. Such is the honor of Glamoth's other cavalry.
Fuck.
Or Her Majesty. Why do we die? Why do we live?
For Glamoth! For the Empress!
But Glamoth no longer exists. I dreamed of a scorched earth. A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me. Like fireflies to a flame.
Life begets death.
Jesus Christ. Again, she fucking deserves nothing but hugs and friendship, a fucking spot on the train, some of Himiko's goddamn coffee, high fives from Pom Pom. Oh shit.
Fireflies dancing among the stars.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I have questions. I have thoughts. I have ideas. Do you have those things? Is that when they were supposed to have found her? Because I was under the impression, I think a lot of other people were under the impression too, based on stuff from what we've heard, that like some stuff in the background, that it kind of seemed like Firefly was maybe not the first Stellaron hunter necessarily, but like before Kafka even. Because it kind of sounded like Sam was the one who was sent to go and find Kafka. That might have been something we were kind of super gluing multiple different ideas together to make work. But that also could have been a different thing. I don't know, maybe she's just fucking floating in space one day. She's like, Firefly, what the fuck are you doing out there? Silly goose? She probably wasn't saying silly goose. I mean, I saw that she didn't. I was there. We were here together. We watched it together with our eyes. Anyway, fuck. Yeah, that was about as a lot as I expected. Honestly, though, to be fair, all things considered, a lot as it was and awful, and I'm very tired of seeing Firefly cry. Also, just like to shout out Annalisa. Fucking incredible, as always. Like, genuinely, it's fucking ridiculous how goddamn great fucking they are. Like, with fucking Firefly. Like, it's crazy. And I talked about this a lot. Again, I mean zero disrespect to the JP VAs and stuff. I mean all the disrespect to people who didn't watch it in English or didn't play in English and shit. But yeah, you fuckers missed out. Like, again, still to this day, even through all of it, I think that the scene with Firefly in her hideout might be my favorite scene in the game. And like 89% of it is just that performance is so fucking good. And then you watch the other one, it's like, okay, this is like, you know, it's like, you know, it's kind of, you know, like generic sad anime girl. Okay, I've been there before. Fucking go back to English. Annalisa's fucking dishing out some of the most poetic shit you've ever heard in your life. Like, every word's the most important word she's ever said. Fucking goddamn great. But, you know, they do a fantastic job. Aiden was great too. Again, Hayden's been getting some fucking work in voicing all of the Sams. And it feels like he's getting better at it each time. Again, obviously didn't record my reaction to the Myriad Celestia trailer, but I like how you can, especially towards the end when they're talking, while it can be a little difficult, you can pick out subtle differences. Especially like also when, I don't remember the fucking numbers, but Glasses Bean. We'll call Glasses Bean short boy. And probably the most important one. And then wife, of course. But when Glasses Bean starts talking right at the beginning, and stuff, like, you can tell there's a significant difference in how that version of Sam is speaking compared to the others and stuff. And then you have, like, again, the sassy one at the end who's particularly aggressive. But like there is subtle differences here and there that is good. Also, again, on that topic with, again, expecting it could have possibly been worse. Again, the fact that all of those people that we did see in the Myriad Celestia trailer, but had very distinctly different Sam suits, does. And none of them appeared in this. Like, I assume these are all fucking Type 4s, right? I assume that's the difference, is like they're all different types. She's obviously Type 4, which has been said a lot of times. We know that the one at the end was a Type 5, the one with the fucking, like, flowy bits and shit. So I would assume the others are somewhere between 1, 2, and 3, right? But the fact that none of those were there and we didn't see them, like, obviously we saw one lady here at the end, but I don't know if we got any information on her. Yeah, no, it's just Aiden, Annalisa, and Cheryl. Though I will say, whoever it was, did sound familiar. So I'm gonna have to listen to that a couple times over again. Roughly 700 times, because I'll rewatch this video 500 times through reactions and shit. But I thought that's 72 for a minute. Did I just blank out? Did I just cry myself into a stupor? Anyway, obviously none of them appeared in this, so I would go so far as to say if they die, they sure shit didn't die here. And with regards to that, obviously there's been a lot of question of, like, well, do we think they're dead? Do we think they're around? I think there's fair arguments for all of it, but I do want to say, for theory-wise, I'm leaning towards they're all alive, and there's kind of one specific reason for that, and that is that they are all alive, and that they will all be playable someday. And the reason I say this very specifically is because they all have different suits. Again, they all seem to be different types. Because if they were all Type 4s, absolutely I would not say that. Because it would be really fucking kind of lame. if you had a team of 4 of them and they all looked exactly the goddamn same, except for maybe like a palette swap, you know, like maybe hers, you know, Firefly has that very distinctive color that we know, that kind of like beautiful greenish, but and then the other ones are like, one's purple and one, like that wouldn't be anything. But the fact that they're very distinctive, and also you can pretty easily be like, well, the short lad got that giant bulky motherfucker, you'd be like, I could see that being like a preservation. Like, it's built to be a defensive fucking thing. It's built to be a tank. It's built to be something like that. So like, hey, preservation maybe makes sense. Fucking, you know, like the Type 5 is like super official and like intense and like stuff like that. So maybe it, like, most likely maybe hunt for like a DPS or something like that. Or if you want to take from like a leadership role, or like it's supposed like an escort or whatever, something like Firefly was saying. Then you could be like, well, maybe it's a Harmony thing. It's kind of a leader or something like that. Kind of, you know, the Bronya of it all. And then you have fucking Glasses McGee and the wonderful Bean. What? You have her, and again, kind of seems like a more like maybe a techie sort of like slimmed down version, which you're like, okay, so maybe like an Ahility or again a Harmony or Abundance, something like that. So you can have a full fucking team of those, and they all seem distinct enough. Like, yes, it would be a team of a bunch of motherfuckers in suits, but, like, they are very distinct in their suits. Like, the closest looking, honestly, are fucking the Type 4 and the Type 5, right? So, like, that is the main reason I say that. Outside of that, I would say if there's any one of them that's almost certain to still be around, it would be the last at the end, just because we linger on her as much as we do. But I would love for them all, because I really like all of them, and I would like to give them actual names, because I cannot remember these fucking numbers. Like I said, I dropped out of school for a reason. Stop putting numbers in my face. Anyway. But yeah, so anyway, that's stuff I want to say about that. And since I didn't get the chance, because I didn't fucking record one, figured that would be a good point to do it. But yeah, so we didn't see them show up in here. So if they died, they didn't die here. And again, the reason I think with them, especially like in the, I think it was the live stream when they did it, where they were like, hey, maybe some Sams are still out there. I think it's fair to say that at very least, even if not playable, those three specifically, I could see being a thing. I think that makes a lot of sense. Which is why we gotta put Firefly on the train so she can come with us. She'll go explore the fucking galaxy, and she'll go find her goddamn besties. But not too much besties. Because I need to be bestie in that scenario. I need, marry me, please. Anyway, point is, or Stell. That works too. If you're into, like, really cool raccoon women. Anyway, point is, I'm on board with that, to be fair. But yeah, no, so we have stuff like that. I did want to point out one, like, random, I'm nowhere near as strong in this theory as the other one. There's another theory I'm significantly stronger on that I also want to throw on before we go. Because again, it would be very much yes or no by the end of 2.3. But the other one is, I always think it's kind of funny, like, obviously, people with Hoyo games are always looking for XPs and character illusions and shit like that. I'm a Ruby fan. I fucking get it. Like, once you know that's a thing, you're like, it's the turn into the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio fucking pointing meme. Yeah, since everyone's always doing that, and, like, obviously you have Mei, and, well, obviously being a complicated example, and Himiko and stuff like that. Obviously, Kiana gets thrown around a fucking lot, and of course she would. She's fucking, like, the main character of that fucking game, right? She's at the very least, like, the fucking poster child of them. And shit like that. So I totally get it. Also, very cool design. I really love Kiana's design. I'm not playing that fucking game, but I would like to know more. But that obviously gets thrown around a lot, and Firefly is kind of one of those where it happens a good bit. You know, silver hair, shit like that. It's crazy. You have a slightly similar tone hair, it must be the same person. That being said, I do see it thrown around a lot, and while I don't know I can commit to that by any means, especially, I saw it pop up quite a bit when we got to see the other variations on Firefly, the Samly, if you will, and especially I think when Glasses Girl showed up, that caught a lot of people off guard. Because there was more similarities there, I think. But, like, they're all genetically engineered, like, clones, right? They're all, like, tank, like, we even saw them in this, too. Like, they're all fucking tank-born fucking test tube babies and shit. I don't know who designed my wife, but you've done an excellent job. Fuck you, but also thanks. You did great. You're a horrible monster, but the light and the darkness, I guess, right? We got her. But again, they're all like that, and I don't think I'm the only person who has the implication that, like, they're all kind of cloned off of Titania. For anyone who's not in the know, again, they kind of reference her a couple times in here. Titania being, like, the Empress of fucking Glamoth. And it sounds like there might have been more stuff in the background than that. Like, it might have been more complicated and fucked up. But, like, that's the idea. Like, that sounds like that's probably the person they're all kind of based on. And was, like, basically single-handedly fucking mind-controlling shit and maybe being a fucking, like, puppet and fucking... Like, again, it sounded like it might have been kind of fucked up. But point is, Titania was a person. There was even, obviously, people who were like, well, maybe Firefly's Titania and shit like that. But I don't necessarily think that case again. It very much seems like she's just another clone, probably, of her. That being said, I just want to throw it out there. It'd be kind of interesting if Titania was your Kiana, you know? It's a long way to go for something that wasn't that fucking... That was, again, I'm not even that confident. I was just like, I thought it would be interesting. Figure I'd vocalize it. You know, this is not one of those, oh, this is what's happening. Sam is definitely Firefly. Sunday is definitely, like, gonna fucking be a Stellaron hunter. It's not one of those fucking things. We'll get to that in a second. It's not one of those where I'm like, oh, no, that's just what's gonna happen. This is one of those, like, oh, fuck it. You never know. But it could be interesting. Fucking... You'd never tell that I'm a goddamn giant, because I'm always, like, crunched up like a fucking goddamn wombat. Do wombats crunch up? I don't know. Fucking crunches? Anyway. This is why I don't make Honkai Impact. Fucking Honkai Star Rail videos. Anyway. Point is, stuff like that. The only other thing I guess I really want to talk about, other than just relentlessly screaming and simping for fucking Firefly, because she's my favorite, though I will do that here too. Again, I did just kind of allude to it, and that's kind of where Firefly is going to go here in 2.3. And again, I know there's plenty of other people who've come to both similar conclusions, and one, and the Sunday thing very specifically, I picked up from other people, because I sure shit didn't read that fucking poem. Are you kidding me? I was like, cool, note, and then moved on with my life. It's like, here's the entire plot of the fucking Sunday's entire life and shit, and like totally what's gonna happen, and Elio talking to him and shit. That's great. I didn't know that until someone was like, no, that's what that is. And I'm like, oh, would you like me to read? Yeah, sure. Oh, that is what that is. Shit. Yeah, no, he's gonna be a Stellaron hunter. That's fucking dope as hell. Anyway. Very, very cool, because that's a very, very fucking cool character. A little bit of a pain in the ass, but I love him. He's great. He means well. Dingus. Man out here trying to fuck up the whole galaxy. You silly goose, thinking you're fucking talking to Maruki. What are you fucking doing? Dingus. Anyway. Point is, that's the thing. But kind of along with that, there's been a lot of debate about kind of like Firefly and her final life. And while as I got the other one from someone, I probably should have tried to remember who the fuck I got that from. Oops. Cite your sources, folks. Don't be a fucking thief. If I can remember it, I'll put it in the description. Anyway. Forgive me. Yeah, fucking, my point is, along with that, obviously, there's been the question about what's going to end up happening with Firefly. Where's she going to go? What's going to happen? What's she doing? What's the fucking dealio with this whole you gotta die 3 times shit? Obviously, if you play the game, fucking, one of them is very, very unavoidable. So we've seen the first death, obviously, which is her getting fucking kebabbed, which is... Now, I would have liked that, but that's not the way I would have enjoyed it. Anyway, that's fucking like some mood lighting and some fucking nice music or something. Jesus Christ. Sleepy, I love you. You're a lovable little guy. Stop that. You can't be doing that. Give hugs, not stabs, you silly potato. I'm sorry Gallagher's dead. I'm sorry, buddy. Anyway. I hope Sleepy's well. It's so funny how that enemy developed over time. Because when Firefly died, the entire time I was like, I'm gonna relentlessly kill this thing until the end of time because of what it did. And then obviously, the next day I was like, oh fuck, wait, she's Sam. Okay. There's 512 things saying that she's Sam. Okay, I get it. I don't even need anyone else to tell me that part. I just needed a day to think about it, you know? I got dumbass autistic brain. Take a minute. You fucking hold on. Take 5. We'll figure it out. I know you couldn't tell by the way I talk. But point is, like, just start with that, and then eventually it became like, oh, well, maybe not. But now that I know that she's fucking Sam, when she comes out as Sam, I'm gonna have Firefly killing you over and over and over again. And then we found out more about Sleepy, and that it was named Sleepy, and that's a precious baby. And now I'm like, I don't want to hurt poor Sleepy. I don't want to hurt poor Sleepy. I'm like, I'll fight it in like MOC if it shows up. I don't even want to fucking grind the ornaments and shit anymore. I'm sorry about Gallagher, buddy. But yeah, it's funny. Anyway, it's fucking not what we're talking about. Anyway, that was the first death. Second death, obviously, we don't see, but we are told about from Acheron. And Hoyo, I'd just like to point out, you ain't shit, fuck you. I don't know what is with the recent trend in the past couple of years with shows and games and stuff that I really, really like, taking characters that I very, very much like and having them fucking do horrible things to themselves. Unspeakable death-related things to themselves, but you should stop that because it's emotionally taxing. I'm in pain. Anyway. Fuck. Point is, you know, she did that to get out. Because she couldn't get out the normal way because she had Silverwolf pull some sneaker I'm in fucking shit. So she had to get in the other way. So she had to get out a different way too. But, so that was the thing. But obviously that still leaves the third and final death that Elio told her about. Obviously, there is some concern that it is just blow up death, which would suck ass. Don't do that, Hoyo. I'll kick you in the dick. Dawe, my boy, line the fuck up, because I'm coming for you. Anyway, just know it. Again, I'm not a particularly, like, intimidating individual, but I'm big, and I don't think you are. I could just fall on you. Just pop like a watermelon. Anyway, point is, what? Anyway, fucking point is, while obviously that is always a potential concern, I'm not leaning that direction. I think, basically just because while I hate using the term, and I'm usually very, very against it in discussion, I do think it would be, quote-unquote, a waste of sorts to send Firefly off this early. Yes, I'm biased as fuck. Fucking of course I am. Look at her. I'm staring at her now. She's perfect. But it is just one of those things where, like, no, I do just think that's not... I think they're setting it up. I don't know, you watched that fucking trailer for that goddamn thing. Oh, you think you're fucking slick. Fuck you. Think you bamboozle me again? Motherfucker, we just did that fucking ending fake out shit. Don't you fucking try and bamboozle me again, dingus. Anyway, point is, goddamn. This is why I don't record videos. Anyway, point is, it's not even hot in here, but it's hot in here. It's because Firefly's so damn pretty. It's got such a wonderful soul. Also, it's probably all the fire in the suit. But that's why she's never wearing clothes. It's gotta be so hot in there. It's gotta be so fucking sweaty all the time. I'm okay with it, but also little gross. little gross, but also worth. Anyway, point is, what the fuck? Point is, third death. I don't think that's what's going to happen. And I think plenty of other people have come to that assumption as well. Especially since it still fits into a similar reason as to why it absolutely would make zero fucking... Why it was so mad when they did the first death, as it was. Because I was like, okay, I lose complete and utter faith in you as writers, because why the fuck would you give this character a chronic fucking illness that is supposedly going to kill her, and then just stab her randomly for no fucking reason? It makes no goddamn sense. It's one of those things that would literally have been done exclusively for the cheapest possible fucking emotional bullshit and, like, you know, fucking shock factor. And listen, I don't think shock factor is inherently a bad thing, but it is all on how you do it. And if it was that, it would have been bad. Like, oh, this literally just exists to fuck with us for like 5 minutes and then pretend nothing ever happened, like we use it as shit. And that would have sucked. Obviously, that didn't actually happen, which is why the next day I was like, wait a minute, no, this is genius. But it's just a side note, so she got a big robot. But anyway, so it's the same reason why I don't think they're going to kill her yet, because the thing. Now, I don't have any fucking illusions here at any point that she doesn't by the end of the game. That I am very worried about. Also, still not impossible that doesn't happen. We just gotta, beat Nanook upside the head with a baseball bat a couple times. Maybe she turns out all willing, just, fancy fresh. Sweaty as the day is long. Living her best. Hope she got an air freshener in there. Damn. Anyway, point is, fuck. But yeah, fucking, I just don't think that's going to happen now. Obviously, it's less egregious than if it happened, again, an hour after she was fucking introduced as a character. But I just don't think it's going to happen. So yeah. Again, other people came to the similar conclusion, I noted afterward. But there's the idea that the third death, even if it's set up as this other thing, is the death not of Firefly, but, oh my god, excuse me, not of Firefly, but of Sam. It is the idea that it is the death of the Stellaron hunter Sam. Basically meaning, for whatever reason, however she manages to do it, long story short, she stops being a Stellaron hunter, and in a perfect world, and I think a lot of other people have kind of thought this as well, joins the Astral Express. Obviously, again, of course I want to believe in this theory. I'm biased as fuck. But also, I definitely think it's something that makes a fuck ton of sense. And especially, I think, when you pair it with the Sunday coming in and joining the Stellaron Hunters, effectively, if this happens, replacing Firefly on the team as their fourth member. Fifth, I get. You fucking... Does Elio count? Goddamn cat bastard. But it's one of those things where, like, no, it's not guaranteed. It's not like the Sunday thing where, like, oh, that's just what's happening. But it's like, it makes a fuck ton of sense for it to play out that way. And I do think that Hoyo really likes Firefly and understands that character and their importance and their role. And I think she sticks around for a lot longer. And I think we do need to add more people to the Astral Express. Obviously, it was one of the things that was kind of cool at the end of 2.2. It was like, even though obviously it was bullshit. Again, I think Black Swan is another great fucking example of someone to add to the squad, because I like Aaron Zek because I'm a Ruby fan. It's my favorite show. But also because that character is intrinsically tied with memories and is super fucking interested in Trailblazer and everything that's going on there and catching up with what the fuck. And, like, obviously March has her whole thing with her memories and fucking, she a drilla, she this, fucking, she just some rando, like, whatever it is. Like, that makes a lot of sense for that character. Boot Hill, not as much, but he's fun. And I'm not mad at it. I feel like we could have given that to someone else, but, it's fucking, it's okay. He's fine. He's a lot of fun. But obviously, again, don't know if any of that's actually real. That being said, I do think we need to add more people progressively over time. Also, fuck you for the Serval thing earlier in the game, dicks. Anyway, that was rude, I like to say. I think Serval's cool. It would have been fun to have her around. It's rude behavior. That's great. Hang out with your family. It's fine. We could have been family too, Serval. God damn it. You silly old lady. Anyway, point is, I do think we need to do that as the game progresses. And if there was any one character in particular where that was like, that makes the most sense, it's those two characters. I just said the one. I'd fuck it too. Fuck you. I don't care what I said. Those two make the absolute most sense. And I think Firefly is set up in a very, very good position to do so. And again, whether it is specifically in following Elio's script, and that is what she's supposed to do, or whatever the fuck, or if it's just like, hey, you're gonna find your fucking answer there, man. Like, that's, you want the meaning of life, you want to find your purpose and existence and shit. You want to be able to live your life, not Sam's life, not the fucking Glamoth's life and shit. Okay. Go do it on that fucking train. And I think it makes a lot of sense because, again, you go back to that conversation with Blade, and she's like, I don't want my, like, I'm gonna die. Like, it's gonna happen. Obviously, it happens to everybody, but some people got it slightly worse than others. Like, again, she's clearly been around for a lot fucking longer than makes sense for most people, but she's still on a timer, and slightly more of a timer than other people due to her bullshit. It's funny that, yeah, again, I don't remember when Glamoth was supposed to have happened, but I think it was quite a fucking while ago. Like, you know, she says there, like, at first it read, you know, Glamoth's fucking whatever the fuck, Iron Cavalry and shit. And then, you know, then it read Stellaron Hunter. But in the end, I wanted to read Firefly. And it'd be like all of the beautiful things that she was before she died. And I think that especially really seals it in as making the most sense of, oh, yeah, it's not the death of Firefly. It's the death of Stellaron Hunter Sam and the birth of Firefly the Trailblazer. Or Firefly the Nameless, I should say. And I think it makes a lot of sense there. I also think it makes a lot of sense with kind of her, the appreciation and understanding she has of the Trailblaze in general, which comes up a lot in her dialogue throughout 2.2 and stuff like that. But yeah, just in general, I think that makes a lot of sense to me. Yes, again, extremely fucking biased. Oh my god, Game, if you fuck me on these rolls, I swear to God, I will fucking just burn this house to the ground. Anyway, point is there a way you can all just give me all of the jades, everyone? Can I just start a Shannon needs to fucking get his wife fund? Is that possible? Can we figure this out? But truly, the reason I started doing Honkai Star Rail videos right before she came out was because I need to beg other people for support. Anyway, fuck. Point is, I think it makes a lot of sense. It's obviously something I really want to see. That's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to throw this out here before that happened so that I could get my thoughts out so I could be like, yeah, called it, or fuck you, Hoyo. Only one of those two. Long story short, I love this fucking character. I really like the short. I'm going to watch it 512 other times because everyone else is going to have reacted to it. I'm going to try and get this up as soon as physically possible. I think I can get it up. It's fucking Firefly. I must be stopped. Anyway, point is, did I mention I like her a lot? She's my favorite character. Like, this fucking close to fucking, she might have Farina beat, and you have any idea how fucking bullshit that is? It's crazy. Farina does have being stuck in the game I don't like, so, you know. Anyway, point is, yeah. I wanted to get it out there so that I had my thoughts out in the ether. Thank you for joining me. Obviously, this is very different. First of these I've ever done. I do apologize for never doing them in the past because, especially, early on, I just didn't realize I was going to like the game as much as I did. And eventually it became like, well, I just don't have time to do it. And then it became like, if I do it, I'm going to fucking screw myself over because I'm going to just fuck up my personal enjoyment of the game by always needing to record it. But I figured, like, hey, they put out videos like this all the fucking time. Like Myriad Celestia trailers and fucking these animated shorts and shit. Like, absolutely, I should fucking jump on these. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Forgive this video being as long as it is for being a fucking 6-minute long reaction. Welcome to my channel. It's just how we do it here. I like to talk. especially about pretty women I wish to marry, but can't because they are fictional. Fuck. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and get this up for you guys as soon as possible. And then I have to go to fucking work. And that's where my life is. Fucking A. But anyway, I'm super excited for 2.3. I hope you guys are too. Tell me what you rolling for. What you thinking? What's up with you? Tell me how you can give me my money for Jade's. Yeah, fuck it. I'm so scared. I was real fucking risky. I didn't want to miss Topaz the second time around, and I got lucky. I got lucky getting her on the first 10 pull when I rolled for her again, but just pushing it, and I'm scared. I think I can do it, especially with all the stuff we have lined up. I think I can do it. And if I get really lucky, we can get it right out of the way quick. Then I can just go for fucking Eidolons, which I'll never ever do for any other character. I just don't give a shit. I've never done that before. I might do it for Firefly. Actually, I probably shouldn't, because I still want to just get all the other characters anyway. Jade seems fine. Fine. It's okay. Faemata's awesome. Anyway, point is, I'm going to go ahead and end it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me what you guys thought. If you have any corrections on any things that I might have said or fun additional details, keep leaks the fuck off of my channel, or I will send you directly to the shadow. I will throw you down the fucking throat of the swarm. I will shove you so far up Tazeron's ass. I don't give a... shut the fuck up. I hate you. Anyway, I'm sorry. Sorry. We just don't do that here. Otherwise, we'll punch each other in the throats. And I hit harder. I promise you. Anyway, point is, yeah. So, let me know what you guys thinking. Stuff like that. Again, let me know what you're rolling for. Let me know what you're excited for. Also, is anyone fucking... What are plans with fucking Jiao Cho? Is that the name? God, I hope it is. And Yun Li, what are you guys thinking? I feel like I'm probably not gonna... Jiao Cho maybe, just because I like Foxians. They're cool. Though there's a fucking another one, which looks like a pretty lady. And I'm sorry. Actually, wait, fucking... I do want to get him because he's Mark Whitten. Saith, my boy. But my raging misandry's one weakness. A cool voice actor. That... And I would say yes to Yun Li, and maybe still will. But also my main DPS in the fucking game is Clara. So I kind of literally have the barefoot physical destruction character already. So I don't, I'm not particularly fussed about it. Excited for March. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go. Again, probably watch a bunch more of these, see if I can get this up. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. If you guys do want to see more of this, give it some love. Let me know. Again, I don't think I'm going to do gameplay videos, but maybe I'll do talking stuff about once I finish the story. Or maybe specific little events here and there. I'm like, fuck it, I got time to do this. Fuck it. And at the very least, when they put out more animated shorts and Married Celestia trailers and shit like that, they have been getting better with the character trailers where they're more interesting, but I don't know if I'm going to have much value to necessarily put to those most of the time. Occasionally get something like Akron where you're like, oh, what the fuck is this? But I am not a big fighty guy. Like, I don't give a shit about like fighty anime and shit like that, and that's kind of what that comes out to be. Okay, they're getting better at them. Like, again, Black Swan, fucking Sparkle, Acheron, they're getting progressively more interesting and little tidbits and stuff here and there, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just do it for the views. That's right, soulless. Who cares? Point is, soulless? Dragon Age, I'm excited. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Love Firefly. Love her so much. But not as much as I do, because that's my wife, and I will kick your fucking ass. Do you understand me?